Carroll, the Assistant Director for Career Development.
And this is our staff. We're fully staffed this year. Go to the next slide. Okay, perfect. So here is the current request that we are asking for this year. We broke it down on budgeted salaries, benefits, employer outreach, student materials, marketing, and technical support. This is an increase of $147,000 from what we were granted last year. Here's the structure for career development. The requests that, most of the requests that we're asking for is in overhead. So the light blue are the 3 positions that we had last year. We hired the 3 positions. They weren't new positions, they weren't staffed. We hired those 3 over the summer, and we're requesting 2 in this dark blue, which is equal, the 2 new positions equals about $110,000 of the $147,000. One of the positions is a new career coach to split the colleges of College of Science and Engineering and the College of Agriculture. Right now we have 1 career coach servicing both of those colleges. And then the other position is for experiential learning coordinator, and this position would help with a lot of the compliance issues when it comes to experiential learning. Okay, so we did, just to kind of go over some of our numbers, we did 6 field trips at 12 sites serving 120 students. This was a 100% increase. In 2017 and 2018, we did 11 career fairs and events serving just over 1,200 students. This year, we did 13 fairs, events serving more than 4,000 students. This is an increase of 3,000 students. In 2017 and 18, we did 55 workshops serving 1,600 students. This year, we did 153 workshops reaching nearly 3,500 students, which is an increase of 98 workshops and over 1,800 students. In 2017 and 18, we did 3,200 resume reviews. This year, we did 7,700, and this is an increase of 4,400 reviews. This means more of our students are applying for jobs and initially working. Okay, so bear with me a little bit. Let's see what our students are doing. We took a lot of photos. So in fall 2018, we hosted the first ever career day where we filled 77 classes with 2 industry professionals. This reached out to 2,200 students. This is a picture of TPN, a marketing firm out of Dallas, speaking to some of the classes. We presented 4 times at 8 different summer orientations last year. And then this is a field trip of Cumulus, Radio, and WFAA that we bused 20 students to. Here is the Express Your Art panel that we did. We had a theater teacher, a sculptor who owns an art studio in Dallas, a photographer, and a digital media specialist speak on industry topics. We also had a performance by the Dallas Black Dance Theater during the event. This was a spring 2019 career fair, was our spring 2019 career fair, and our first ever Adulting 101 conference, which we also live streamed. At the conference, we had Trend HR speak on negotiating salary, Geico present about success in the first 60 days. We also had L3 and Woodman Financial present about exploring your benefits. We had a bonus session by Baylor, Scott, and White come in and talk about onboarding. We had GM Financial, they did a coffee chat with the students. And record-breaking career fair with 71 employers and 384 student attendees, which was a 40% increase from the year before. This is the Career Success Panel at CHEC, which is located in McKinney. We also live streamed this event. All of the panelists were alum, but one, we had a McKinney ISD, Plano ISD, Little Elm ISD, a case manager from Richardson Methodist Medical Center, and an owner of a counseling center in McKinney speak on industry trends and how to find work. Here we have bused 20 students to a healthcare field trip at Parkland and UT Southwestern. Here we did an ag teacher panel and prep workshop for the spring teacher fair, which by the way had 84 districts and 161 students attend. We also did exploring career workshops using prototyping to map multiple pathways for students. This was a conservation field trip that we took students to Texas Parks and Wildlife and the city of Garland. Here is a computer science field trip that we went to YPro Blue Cross Blue Shield. Lastly, we did a criminal justice networking brunch with 21 employers and 75 students. This is just 13 of the 153 workshops and events that we did all year. Next, I kind of want to talk about the intern highlights. We placed 75 students this year. This is just 4 of them. Muhammad Ali is a business analytics intern at HCM Systems. Tyler McCrary is a design intern at Innovation First, which I just got word that he's been offered a full-time employment, and they basically said, what do you want your salary to be? And he gave his number. Kelly Mowdy did an accounting intern at HMM CPA firm, and then Elizabeth Rodriguez did a drive time show internship at 90.9 KCPI. So to assist our students with proper attire, we rebranded and launched the line Wardrobe. It is ran by students, operated off of community and corporate donations. Funds that are generated go back into the center so that we can purchase more clothes if we need to, especially for different sizes. We have served over 200 students since we relaunched it February 3rd. So again, here is the salary breakdown and our numbers on what we're requesting. So you see we're really, these 2 bottoms is what we're requesting. A career coach for either the College of Science and Engineering or Ag, and then we also need an additional career coach for an experiential learning coordinator to help with a lot of the policies and procedures that we're running into. So you see right over 110K of the overage that we're asking is in overhead. Okay, if not fully funded, sad face, we would give back $6,000 for the employer outreach, 50% of the technical support, which is about $7,000, 75% of our budgeted students' materials, which is about $11,000, and probably 1 position, that would be a total of $75,000, bringing our total ask to $423,000 is what we are begging and pleading for.
Sorry.
Okay. So what's next for us, and we really need these 2 positions to support the employability initiative. We would be branding these services as LineWorks, which includes Express to Success, experiential learning, and exploring their career. Since we are growing and expanding, we need the extra positions to help make this happen. LineWorks will streamline process for students to be able to have access to these opportunities while still supporting the colleges equally. Questions? Sorry, I know I just word vomited on you guys, but any questions?
With the College of Science and Engineering, that position, are you also in the loop that we're developing a College of Innovation?
Yes.
And will funding be needed for that as well?
No, not necessarily. We already serve it, because of the programs that are going underneath that college, we're already servicing. So we would just kind of switch who the career coach would for that. And I think, there's hearsay that we're actually even going underneath that college. I'm not sure if that's happening, but I know it was in the proposal. So that college would still be supported with the funds that were given this year. And we would actually pipeline a lot of employers to that college as well so that they can help with their curriculum and stuff. Yes.
I see that last year you used all your budget for staff salaries and benefits. So like
Last year that's what we were granted, basically an even amount for just salaries and benefits.
so how did you do all the workshops and all the events and stuff?
Good question. So we have a revenue account that we use for like our career fairs. So the money that's generated from the employers paying for career fairs, we budget for a lot of our operating expenses for that and our marketing. And basically even like our employer outreach and our travel, we pay for all of that. So really what we're asking for is to support an additional staff member or 2.
Is there an average revenue that you make over the year or over the semester?
It varies from year to year, but as a basic baseline, you can count on each career making career fair making $5,000 to $7,000. Our teacher career fair usually makes closer to 10, simply because there's more people in attendance. And then we have partnerships with several employers, anywhere from 3 to 10 of those come in a year. We write a lot of grant applications. Like last year, Enterprise Rent-A-Car gave us $2,500. We get out there and hustle to get money in wherever we can, because we know it is always a tight budget year, and we want to make sure that we're bringing in that revenue and then putting it back into the department. And that's actually part of how Line Wardrobe, part of the way that we were able to do that this year was through grants. We were able to do a lot of the branding and a lot of the implementing of that because of some grants we've received in the past from Enterprise. Enterprise is very generous. And so we've written up some proposals from them to get some of that funding as well.
Okay, so like if you didn't get anything, like the amount that you asked for this year, so you wouldn't cut any programs and anything that you guys do for students, but you would cut the salary for the new to hires that you want.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
That is, go ahead.
I didn't notice a career coach for the College of Business. Is there
Oh, good question. So the College of Business funds their own career coach. We
Mhm.
work hand in hand with, and we call her extended family. So she does all of the same operations as we do, but it doesn't come out of our budget.
Okay.
It comes out of the dean's budget over there. So there is someone for College of
Okay.
Business, and who also does a lot of the same things we do. Other questions? You had one?
I just.
Okay.
See, that's what.
It goes that fast.
Yes.
It's about to be
That's what
lunchtime.
happens. Oh, I know it's going to experiential learning, so that's focused on co-ops, internships.
Basically, yes, co-ops, internships, even the field trips, so anything to deal with policies and procedures
Okay.
and kind of HR type of duties. We've run into a lot of roadblocks with students that are having issues with their financial aid, or if they're a international student, we have some extra things to do because of their student visa and their eligibility to be able to go or do these things. So it's someone to help build out these policies and procedures, but also maintain the records and keep track. I don't want to call it an admin position, but it kind of reminds me of someone that's an admin position, and it helps streamline those processes for those students that are requesting to do the experience.
And so that when person A in on-campus department B calls us and says, "How I want an intern, what do I do?" There's someone who is the go-to person for that, who can help them get a job description written, who can help them go through that process from start to finish. There was really no policy on that before, and we just wrote out that policy this semester, so it's someone to continue to help with that and make that policy streamlined so that they can get that camp credit. The person can know if you're doing on-campus, can't be paid, if
Yeah.
all those
It gets
different
really
ins and
hairy
outs.
with the GAs too, if they're already working on campus, and how many hours that they can get, and it gets kind of crazy.
Is 100% of your funding from student service fees?
Yes. 100% of our salaries too.
And we really like our jobs.
Yeah, we really like our jobs.
And we like what you do.
Thank you.
Really like what you do. Anybody else? No?
And I do just want to add too, if we only got one position, it would probably be the career coach to help with the two colleges, and we would take on those duties for the experiential coordinator until we got more funds, but just.
If you'll just make sure that Stacy has a copy of your presentation, that'd be great. We've got a few committee members who've been stepping in and out, and we want to put it on a shared drive so they can